Hello Yoga Club Yogis. Today's class is going to have a focus on our forward folds, which help us to be calm, calming the nervous system and encouraging introspection. So with all the stuff that's going on at the moment, important to keep turning our attention inward to reconnect with our own calm centre that exists within each and every one of us. So if that sounds like a bit of you today, I would love for you to get a couple of blocks if you've got some blocks. If you don't, maybe a can or two. I know you're probably hoarding some at home. And we'll need a strap, or if you've got a belt or a dressing gown, robe strap or something like that. And if you don't have anything, don't worry, we'll modify and make adjustments just with our bodies. So get those things together and we'll get started soon. Welcome along everyone to this Vinyasa class. We're going to start today, if you can, seated with a wall behind you. So just have a look around, see if there's a wall you could go sit in front of. And if not, don't worry, just come to lie down on your back in Shavasana, corpse pose, legs long, palms facing up. Otherwise, if you have got a wall nearby, go find it now. Come to find an easy cross-legged shape. Crossing your legs, sitting up nice and tall, resting your hands onto the knees and bringing the back of your head to touch the wall behind you. And wherever you are, if you're sitting up or if you're lying on your back, just allow your eyes to gently start to close down now. And we just take a few breaths to allow ourselves to settle and arrive. And just take a little check-in with yourself, scanning your body from head to toe, noticing how you're feeling, how you're starting your practice today. We're going to find our breath moving in our body. If you can, breathing in and out of your nose, following your breath. To start to calm ourselves a little more, dropping into our practice, we're going to move into a breathing exercise called alternate nostril breath. So if you've got your back against the wall or if you're lying on your back, just now bringing your right hand up in front of your face, placing your peace fingers in between your eyebrows. Let your thumb hover over your right nostril. Let your ring finger hover over your left nostril. And just take a breath in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils. And we're going to close down the left nostril and start to inhale through the right nostril. Take a moment's pause at the top as you close the right nostril
and open the left nostril, exhaling out of the left nostril. Take a moment's pause at the bottom and then inhale through your left nostril. Pause at the top, closing off the left nostril with the ring finger, opening the right nostril to exhale. Pausing at the bottom, inhale through your right nostril. Closing the right nostril with the thumb, opening the left nostril to exhale. Continuing to cycle through some rounds of breath like this, just alternating, inhaling through nostril, exhaling through the other nostril. Keeping the flow of breath smooth. And if it's difficult to breathe through your nose, feel free to just release that hand and breathe in and out of the mouth, or maybe just breathing in and out of both nostrils is easier. Just listening to your body. This alternate nostril breath, really good for calming us down, balancing out the left and right sides of the brain. And take 2 more rounds of breath. When you're done, releasing your hands down either to the knees, or if you're lying on your back, just letting your palms face up. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils. Open the mouth, side out the mouth. 2 more breaths like this, inhaling. Exhaling to side out. Inhaling. Exhaling to sigh. And keeping the mouth closed, continue to breathe in and out through your nose. And allow an intention to arise for your practice. So what are these intentions? Something to keep your mind anchored. Something to keep you present. Throughout the practice, trying to concentrate the mind on the present moment. Here, now, the only moment there ever is. Maybe a little mantra, I am present. Whatever you need, calling that intention to mind. Taking 3 more breaths, breathing into your intention. wherever you are, gently start to flutter open your eyes. If you're on the wall, just bringing yourself back over to your mat. If you're lying on your back, rolling onto one side and pressing yourself up. We're going to all meet in an extended child's pose, taking your knees as wide as the mat, keeping the arms extended out in front of you and bringing your forehead to rest onto the mat. And taking a few deep breaths here, imagining your belly like a big balloon that you're filling up. And we'll walk the hands a little over towards the right side of the mat. Maybe repositioning your belly up over the right thigh. Rest your head back down to the mat. And we give ourselves a little stretch through the left side of the ribs, creating some space for our lungs to take some deeper breaths. Slowing down our breath, really good. Calming ourselves, moving into the parasympathetic nervous system or rest and digest part of the nervous system. Lifting yourself up, moving over to the other side, hands to the left side of the mat. Breathing this time into the right side of your ribs. Feeling that right side of your rib cage expand and then soften as you exhale. And come back into the midline, your extended child's pose, arms forward, forehead to the mat. And throughout the practice, feel free to take a rest here whenever you need. Feel free to come down to this shape. You are your own best guide, taking any modifications you need, any adjustments. On your next inhale, rock yourself up to your tabletop, bringing your knees underneath your hips, keeping the hands spread nice and wide under your shoulders. We're going to drop into our cat and cow, letting the belly drop down, your chest shift forward, gaze up. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round through the spine. Take your gaze to your belly. And rippling through from the base of the spine, letting the tailbone or the buttocks flare to the back of the mat. Your belly drops, gaze up. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round through your back, press into the palms. Let your head relax down. Inhaling, rolling your way through the spine. Gaze shifts up. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under, press into the palms. And taking one more round, moving with your own breath. Enjoying the sensations. Come back to the midline. You're going to come into our pigeon pose. Bring the right knee and slide it up behind your right wrist. Let the left leg lengthen long. If this right sitting bone isn't resting on the floor, see if you can take a block or maybe a cushion if you've got one close by underneath that front sitting bone. And then we'll start to fold our way forward. Gently bringing your head to rest, maybe on the backs of your palms, maybe on a block. And enjoy sending some breath down towards your hips, the outside of the right hip, the front of the left hip. those forward folds. Really good for calming the mind as our head drops down in line or below the heart. Encouraging and increasing the flow of blood down towards our head. Nice sense of replenishing, refreshing the mind. And walk your hands back up. Keep the hands planted. Shift back to extended child's pose just for a breath, releasing the front of the hips. Keeping the arms lengthened long. Breathe in underneath the armpits. And shifting yourself forward to tabletop. We switch to the other side, bringing that left knee forward behind the left wrist. Let the back right leg be nice and long. Maybe using a block or pillow if you need underneath the left sitting bone. Lengthen your way forward. Lying down, maybe to bring your forehead to rest onto your hands or the mat. Or maybe you're just up on your fingertips, listening in with your own body. Whatever you need. Walking the hands back up. Again, keep the hands under the shoulders. Extend back to extended child's pose. Keep the arms long. Let the sit bones reach to your heels. Find some length through your spine. A big breath. And rock forward to your tabletop. This time we're going to tuck the toes under and lift up into our downward facing dog. Lifting your knees up away from the mat and maybe just walking your dog out, so bending one knee then the other. Stretching into the back of the calves. And pause in your down dog, setting up this nice inverted V shape. Check the hands are shoulder distance, middle fingers pointing forward. A gentle soft bend behind the knees if you need. Feet hip distance apart. Press out of your palms, feel your chest reaching back towards your thighs. Feel the inner thighs pressing towards the back of the mat, the back of your room. Your chest melting towards your thighs, your head relaxed, gaze towards the legs or your belly. And we're going to reach the right leg to the sky, inhaling three-legged dog. As you exhale, step your foot all the way through between your hands. If this feels too difficult, you can always come down to the knees first and then step the foot through or help it forward with your hand. Once you've stepped the foot through, finding a nice low lunge, untuck the left toes, let the top of the left foot press down into the mat. Slide the left knee towards the right heel slightly, drop the tailbone down. Keep feeling the belly drawing in, the pelvic floor drawing in and up. And send some breath down towards your left thigh, the front of the left thigh and hip. Here's where you might need your blocks or your cans or any little bit of height, maybe even just fingertips to the mat. Shifting into our runner's stretch or our half splits, Adho Manasana. Starting to bring the hips back, straightening through the right leg. And you could be up a little higher. Just listen to your body. Peeling the toes of the right foot back towards you, really starting to open into the back of the right hamstring. Keep the sides of the ribs extending forward. Keep the heart reaching to the front of your mat. And then rock your way forward, plant the right toes down, tuck the back toes under, step it back, downward facing dog. Switching to the other side, inhale your left heel up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Maybe lowering to the knees if you need, otherwise stepping forward, low lunge. Stepping the right foot all the way forward, bringing the left foot all the way forward, untucking the back toes. Feeling a slight dragging of the left heel towards the right knee towards the left heel. Keep feeling the chest extending forward. Keep drawing up the lower belly. Then shifting into runner's stretch or half splits, taking the hips up and back, starting to straighten through the front leg. Maybe using your cans or your blocks, whatever you've got, fingertips. Keep hugging and drawing that left thigh bone in and up back towards you. If you've got Ujjayi breath in your practice, starting to find that now, breathing in and out through the nose. It's like an oceanic sound. This is a slight constriction over the back of the throat, helping to lengthen your breath. And again, we rock our way forward, planting left toes, planting the hands, stepping it back, downward facing dog. Really enjoy creating some length through your spine here, feeling the hips lift up, feeling the hands grounded into your mat. As we create space in between each and every vertebra, encouraging the flow of blood towards all the nerves in our spinal cord. With this increase of circulation helping to calm the nervous system. Breathing in and out. Slowly start to walk your feet towards your hands, keeping the knees bent. Bringing your big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Halfway lift, inhaling up onto the hands, up onto the shins. Nice flat back. Exhaling to fold forward, letting your head drop down towards the shins. You can bend the knees as much as you need. Let's take our ragdoll, holding opposite elbows. Maybe lifting your belly up and over to relax down onto the thighs. Let the head release, maybe a few nods of your head, yes and no. And then really encourage a little bit more weight to shift forward into the toes as we start to open up into the back of the hamstrings. Feeling the weight of your head help lengthen your spine. And releasing a hold of the elbows. Again, take a halfway lift, inhaling. Exhaling to fold forward. And this time we reach the arms all the way up towards the sky, rising up to an upward salute, gaze up. Press the hips slightly forward, open chest to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands down through your heart space. Pausing for a few breaths here. Just allow the eyes to close down. Dropping your attention, your awareness inward. Can you feel the soles of your feet planted onto the mat? Can you engage your thighs and send your tailbone a little more down towards the floor? Can you create some length in between the ribs and hips? Finding a nice tall spine. Shoulders soft away from your ears. Recalling your intention. This focus to be calm by being present. I am calm, I am present. Feel your feet, feel your breath. Let it start to flow, gently flooding the eyes open. Inhaling and exhaling together, dropping the hands down alongside you. Upward salute. Inhale, sweep the arms out in front of you, palms touch, gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands through your heart space as you fold forward, hinging from the hips, letting the hands drop down towards the mat. Inhaling into a low lunge, step the right foot all the way back, let the right knee drop, inhaling arms to the sky. Exhaling, hands down towards the mat, tuck the back toes under, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple yourself all the way forward to plank. Long line through the body, heels reaching back. Exhale, lower the knees to the mat, lower your chest down to the mat, keeping the elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, cobra, press down into the tops of the feet, peel shoulders back, gaze up. Exhale, hug elbows alongside you, pressing belly to the spine. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step it forward, find your low lunge. Untucking the toes of the left foot as you lower the left knee to the mat. Inhaling, arms to the sky. Exhaling, hands back to the mat, stepping all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out in front of you, rise tall, gaze up. Exhale, draw your hands down to your heart space. Deep breath in, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, release the hands down alongside you. Inhale, sweep your arms out in front of you, gaze up. Upward salute. Exhale to fold forward, hinging at the hips, bowing your way down. This time as you inhale, the left foot stepping back, lowering the knee, reaching the arms up. Exhaling all the way to your down dog, tucking the back left toes under, stepping the right foot back. Inhale to ripple yourself forward to plank. Exhaling, knees, chest to the mat. Inhale to cobra, peel shoulders back, lift the chest away from the mat, gaze up. Exhale, belly to spine, press up. Body in one line, tuck the toes, exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot forward in between the hands, low lunge. Untucking the back toes, inhale, reach to the sky. Exhaling all the way to your forward fold, stepping that back foot forward, releasing your head down to the shins. Inhale, upward salute, reach the arms up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale your hands down to your heart space. Deep breath in. Tadasana, release the arms down. Head in crescent lunge, inhale, reaching up, upward salute. Exhaling, folding forward. Let the head relax. Inhaling, crescent lunge this time, right foot steps back, arms up to the sky, gaze up. Exhaling, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Maybe lowering the knees or option to come halfway down, chaturanga. Exhale. Inhaling to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhaling to crescent lunge, step forward. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, gaze up. Exhaling all the way to your forward fold. Front of the mat. Inhale, we reach and rise tall. Exhale, hands to heart space. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, sweep up, upward salute. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling, crescent lunge, stepping left foot back. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling maybe to knees or halfway down chaturanga. Inhale, open shoulders back, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step left foot between your hands. Inhaling, reach the arms to the sky, crescent. Exhaling, stepping the back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale to rise up. Draw the hands down. Close down the eyes. Take a few breaths. Feeling the beating of your heart. Feeling the flow of your breath in and out through your nose. Nice warm body. We'll add on to our flow, fluttering open your eyes. Inhale together. Exhale, let your arms to reach down. Inhale, upward salute, reaching arms to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, hinge forward, fold down. Same as you inhale, just stepping the right foot, finding a low lunge, releasing the right knee to the mat and reaching the arms up to the sky. Holding here for a few breaths. Really feeling pelvic floor engaged, a drawing of that right knee towards the left heel. Energy opening up through the heart, up to the sky. And then exhale, release the hands down to the mat, maybe onto your blocks or cans if you need. Shift into your runner's stretch, rocking the hips back. Extending the sides of your ribs forward, keep reaching the sternum forward. Squeezing the left thigh in and up towards the left hip. And on your next inhale, rock your way forward, coming up into crescent lunge. Tuck the back toes under, rise up, reaching your arms up to the sky. Exhale, just soften shoulders down away from the ears. Feel both hips towards the front of your mat, so hugging that left hip back, right hip coming forward slightly. Moving into a humble warrior. Let the back heel turn down towards the mat, keeping the right toes at about 2 o'clock. Reach the arms down behind you. Open your chest to the sky, inhale, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, humble warrior, reaching your nose towards your big toe. And then keep squeezing your palms together, feeling the knuckles reach up and over towards the front of your mat. Folding in, taking your attention inward, finding that place of calm within you. Inhale, sweep the arms down and reach them to the sky. Warrior one, gaze up. Exhale, release all the way down to your downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, maybe holding or moving to a vinyasa. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhaling maybe to the knees or coming halfway down chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Taking 5 breaths here. And starting to flow forward. Inhale the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot forward. High lunge. Back foot meets the front foot, forward fold. Inhaling, rise up, upward salute. Exhaling, hands to heart space. Left side, deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, sweeping arms up, squeezing thighs, opening chest to sky. Exhale, fold forward, letting the head relax. Left foot steps back this time into your low lunge, sweeping the arms up to the sky. Holding for 5 breaths here, really feeling that right heel drawing towards the left knee drawing towards the right heel, inner thighs squeezing in. Shoulders soft, energy through the fingertips. And releasing the hands down to the mat, half splits, straighten through the right leg. Peel the toes back towards you, using your props if you need. Blocks under the hands or your cans or whatever you've got. Extending the chest forward. Squeezing that right thigh in and up towards you. Keep finding length through your spine. Crescent lunge, inhale, rock forward, spread the toes of the right foot, turn the left toes underneath, reach the arms up to the sky. Crescent lunge, bending front knee over the front ankle, back inner thigh, lifting to the back of the room. Warrior one, let the left heel plant down, sweeping the arms for humble warrior, reaching them behind the lower back. Puff your chest to the sky, inhale. We fold forward, extending down, forehead towards the big toe, knuckles reaching towards the front of your mat. Keep pressing some weight to the pinky toe edge of the back foot. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up to the sky, gazing up. Downward facing dog. Exhale, hands plant either side of the front foot, stepping the right foot back, down dog. Option to hold here or move through a vinyasa, rippling forward to plank. Taking your variation, modification, knees, chest to the mat. Inhaling, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, elbows strong alongside the rib cage, lifting knees away from the mat. Finding a nice long spine in your down dog. Let the head relax. Tuning in your own internal landscape. Finding that place of calm. Let the left leg sweep up to the sky, inhaling. Exhaling, step the left foot forward, high lunge, gaze forward. Back foot meets the front foot, forward fold. Inhaling to rise tall, sending the arms up to the sky. Exhaling the hands down to your heart space. Take a moment to pause. A few breaths. Recall your intention. I am present. I am calm. Let's take that flow once more, a little faster. One breath, one movement. Inhaling. Exhaling, Tadasana. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, low lunge, right foot back. Exhaling, hands to the mat, runner's stretch. Inhaling, shifting hips back. Exhaling, folding over the left leg. Inhaling up to crescent. Exhaling, ground the back heel, interlace the fingers, humble warrior. Inhale, puff your chest to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Take a full breath here. Warrior one, inhale, rise up, reach to the sky. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Vinyasa, ripple forward to plank. Chaturanga or onto your belly. Cobra or upward facing dog, press into the tops of the feet. Downward facing dog, exhale. 5 breaths. Whenever you need, take a nice sigh out of the mouth. Let's flow to the top of the mat. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhaling, high lunge, step the right foot forward, gaze forward. Inhaling, back foot meets the front foot. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute, rising up. Exhaling, hands to heart space. Left side, deep breath in. Exhale, reach the hands down to the floor. Inhale, upward salute, ground into the feet, gaze up. Exhale, dropping down, Uttanasana. This time, left foot stepping back, low lunge, inhaling, hands to the sky. Runner's stretch, exhale, frame the right foot. Inhale, straighten through the right leg, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, roll forward, crescent lunge, tuck the back toes, rise up. Exhale, humble warrior, ground the left heel down, interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, open your chest to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Full breath in your humble warrior. Inhaling, reaching the arms back up to the sky, gaze up. Exhaling, down dog. Holding here or moving through Vinyasa. Strong line through the body and plank. Chaturanga or onto the belly. Opening heart to the sky, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, always an option to take a rest if you need. Extended child's pose. Joining back in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. step the left foot forward, high lunge, gaze forward, front foot meets the back foot, back foot meets the front foot, sorry, bow down. Inhale to rise tall. Exhale, hands to heart space. Close down the eyes. Withdrawing your senses inward. Trying to stay really present with your breath, present in this moment. Changing up our flow. When you're ready, allow the eyes to flutter open. Inhaling. Exhaling, letting the hands drop down. Upward salute. Inhale, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. This time as you inhale, crescent lunge, step the right foot back. Sweep the arms to the sky. Holding in your crescent lunge. We're going to step the back foot a little closer, keeping the heels in line, coming into pyramid, keeping the back toes turned out to about 2 o'clock. Hold the elbows, inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Keeping both legs straight and strong, hugging that left thigh bone in and up towards you. Send some breath down to that left hamstring. Keep pressing into your left big toe. Into our warrior 3 with airplane arms. Release the hands, reach your fingertips towards the back of the mat. Slight bend into the front knee as you transition your way up, bringing your weight forward onto the left foot. Keep turning the pinky toe of your right foot down towards the mat, pressing your right heel towards the back of your room. Holding here, or maybe extending your arms to find full warrior 3. Standing splits, wherever you are, drop both hands down towards the mat, dropping your forehead towards the left shin, lifting up through the right heel. Halfway lift, inhale, stepping right foot to the left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute, rise up, palms touching. Exhaling, hands to heart space. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, left foot steps back, crescent lunge. Holding in your crescent lunge. Pressing into the ball of the left foot. Keeping that front right knee tracking towards the second or third toes. Really feeling that back leg lengthened. Pyramid pose, step the back foot a little closer. Both legs are straight and strong. Reach the arms behind you. Take a hold of opposite elbows. Inhale, puff the chest and start to lengthen forward. Again, the sides of your ribs reaching forward, the sternum reaching forward. Keep pressing down into your right big toe. Squeeze the right thigh in and up towards you. Reach the hands back behind you, shifting into warrior 3 with airplane arms, gentle bend into the right knee, lift the left heel up to hip height. Keep turning the left pinky toes down towards the mat. Squeeze the right thigh. Holding here, or maybe extending your arms out in front of you. If you wobble, just coming back and Wherever you are, standing splits. Let both hands drop down towards the mat. Seeing if you can lift the left heel to the sky. Drop your forehead down towards the right shin. Left foot meets the right foot. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a few breaths. Feeling the length you've created up the back of the legs. And we'll take this flow once more, right and left. Inhaling, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, crescent lunge, right foot back, reaching hands to sky. Exhale to pyramid, both legs straight, taking a hold of opposite elbows. Inhale, lengthen the torso forward. Exhale, pyramid. Maybe reaching the hands back, aeroplaning the arms. Rock the weight forward. Find your balance on the left leg, lifting the right leg up to hip height. Cores engage. Holding here, or maybe extending the arms out in front of you. Find one point on the floor to focus on. Standing splits, release the hands down, let your head drop. Inhale, halfway lift, feet meet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute. Ground into the feet, rooting to rise up. Hands to your heart space. Last side, inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, upward salute. Gaze up, gather up some energy. Exhale, fold forward. Crescent lunge, left foot steps back. Inhaling, arms up. Preparing for pyramid. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Hold opposite elbows. Inhale, reaching chest forward. Exhale, folding forward. Maybe releasing the hands. Fingertips reach behind you as we bend into the front knee. Warrior 3, airplane arms. Maybe extending your arms to find full Virabhadrasana 3. Reach the fingers to the front of the room. Reach your left heel to the back of the room. Standing splits, hands down. Dropping your forehead to your shin. Awesome work. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising tall. Exhale, hands to heart space. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Letting the hands relax, fingertips towards the floor. Just taking 3 final breaths, standing tall here. And slowly bending the knees, bringing yourself all the way down to lie on your mat. Keeping your strap close by you, or your belt, or whatever you've got. Take a moment in Shavasana, just rolling your shoulder blades underneath you. Letting your toes soften to the sides of the room. Just giving yourself a moment. Letting all of that flowing go. Start to move into a few deeper stretches before our final Shavasana. Bringing both soles of your feet onto the mat. Taking your strap or whatever you've got and wrapping it around the ball of your right foot, sending your right heel up towards the sky. If you haven't got a strap, you could always just interlace your fingers behind your thigh or calf. From here, maybe keeping that left knee bent, or an option to extend the left leg long. Keep trying to drop your right hip back down towards the front of your mat. Keep lifting through the right heel. And start to slow your breath, inhaling to a count of 5 and exhaling to a count of 5. Inhaling and exhaling. One more deep breath here. And then just allowing that right knee to bend. Bringing your hand to take a hold of the outside edge of your right foot. So the pinky toe edge, and come into a half happy baby. Squeezing your right knee down alongside your torso. If you need to, you can bring the sole of that left foot back onto the mat if it isn't already. Releasing your strap from your foot. Lengthen your right heel back up to the sky. And then slowly allow that right leg to drop all the way back down to the floor. Gentle rock on your heel side to side. Just taking a moment to notice the difference from right and left. Switch to the other side, taking the strap this time around the ball of the left foot, or just underneath the ball of the left foot. Bringing that heel a little closer towards you, maybe extending your right leg long. Remember to try and drop the right hip down, the left hip down, so that the hips are still level. Few deep breaths. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more breath. Half happy baby. Take the left hand to the pinky toe edge of the foot if you can. Otherwise, just hold the strap. Allow the left knee to bend. Dropping that left knee down alongside your body. Releasing your strap from your foot, lengthening your left heel back up towards the sky, and then slowly allowing your foot to come all the way back down onto the mat. Taking a few breaths as you rock your heels side to side. Finishing up with a gentle twist, hug both knees in towards your chest. And then just allow both of your knees to fall over to the right, maybe taking your right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Reach back through your left fingertips and find a nice twist for yourself. Let the eyes close down and start to take your attention back inward. And softly bringing the knees back to center. Switching to the other side, just dropping both knees over to the left. Reaching back through your right arm. Bringing both knees to center, giving yourself one big final squeeze and hug. Hugging the knees to your chest. And then extend down to find your final Shavasana. Taking up some space. Letting the heels be nice and wide, taking a moment to roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Keeping the palms facing up, or if you'd like to bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly, feeling free to go there now. I'm going to take 3 deep sighs to finish into our practice, finish up our practice. Inhaling in through the nose. Opening the mouth, sighing it out. Inhaling through the nose. Opening the mouth, letting it go. Last breath in, deep breath. Sighing out. Just allowing the mouth to close. Letting your breath do as it pleases. Letting your eyes be soft. Feeling your whole body now just soften and surrender into the mat. Nothing left to do. All the hard work done. Now just taking this time of rest. Shavasana. present moment is the substance with which the future is made. Therefore, the best way to take care of the future is to take care of the present moment. Slowly starting to draw your attention back, wiggling your fingers and toes. Giving yourself a nice big stretch, reaching your arms up overhead, lengthening your heels away from you. And just rolling onto your right side, allowing your knees to bend, just using your right arm like a pillow, taking a few breaths. And when you're ready, gently pressing yourself back up, finding a comfortable seat, cross-legged or kneeling, and bringing your hands together at your heart space, thumbs to your sternum. Allow the eyes to be soft or closed. And just taking a few final breaths, noticing the effects of your practice. Scanning your body from head to toe. Noticing how you're feeling now. And take a breath of gratitude to yourself for making the time to be on your mat today. And bringing the thumbs up between the eyebrows to our third eye. We bow to one another saying Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. I hope you're feeling good. Look forward to being with you again on your mat soon.